So Robert Easter Jr. defends his 135-pound strap against Javier Fortuna. I kind of felt like I was watching Deontay Wilder and a young Floyd Mayweather Jr. fighting, because not in terms of style, but in terms of like hairstyle. They both have, Robert Easter Jr. is rocking that Wilder hairstyle, and Fortuna kind of looked like Floyd. He kind of looks like Floyd, and he was rocking that, young Mayweather, fade. This fight was kind of a decent strap. I mean, the first 3 rounds was actually quite exciting. Both Fortuna and Robert Easter Jr. were very aggressive. I believe in like the second round, Fortuna actually hurt Robert Easter Jr. But then, like the second half of the fight, Fortuna was doing a lot of movement, moving around, but I don't think he was letting his hands go enough. You could tell he was trying to counter, and he was successful in countering. Every time he was on the ropes, he would throw a right hand, and he would rock Robert Easter Jr. and catch him flushly. I was agreeing with the commentators that were saying Robert Easter Jr. should fight tall, use a jab, force Fortuna to come to him, but instead, he was trying to be aggressive with Fortuna. The thing about Robert Easter Jr. is, I noticed he likes fighting in the pocket with fighters. He did the same thing with that fighter he fought in his last fight. I forgot his name, but if you guys can remind me in the comment section. That dude, he should have fought tall against him, that Russian fighter. I thought the Russian fighter beat him, by the way. But he was fighting him toe-to-toe when he should have fought long, and he should have kept his distance. I thought he was trying to be aggressive with Fortuna, but he should have forced Fortuna to come to him. He should have used his jab as an advantage, but instead, he kind of fought Fortuna's fight. But in the same token, I thought Fortuna should have been more aggressive, because when Fortuna was aggressive, when he was actually letting his hands go, that's when he was actually winning rounds for me. Because he was catching, especially when he was on the ropes. When he was on the ropes and he would exchange with Robert Easter Jr., he was catching Robert Easter Jr. I thought he was winning those rounds convincingly when he was letting his hands go. But I think he kept just waiting for like a big one counter punch opportunity, and when he was doing that, Robert Easter Jr. was winning the rounds because he was marching forward. I don't think Robert Easter Jr. is the best at cutting off the ring and being an aggressive fighter. I mean, I think we're probably going to see tonight Errol Spence Jr. show how to properly cut the ring off. Robert Easter Jr., I don't think he's good at cutting off the ring. I don't think Robert Easter Jr. looked that impressive tonight. But you have to keep in mind, it was against Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna is a tricky southpaw. He's a tricky type of fighter, kind of awkward, and he's a mover. He's constantly moving, and he's a counter puncher. So when you fight someone like that, you're not going to look your best, in my opinion. And you saw Robert Easter Jr. get clipped several times. You saw him get rocked. You saw him get countered. Robert Easter Jr. has never been the best defensive fighter. Even when he was fighting, lower level guys, he would get hit. One thing I have to say, Robert Easter Jr. is definitely fighting good quality opposition. I think he has like less than 20 fights, or maybe he's just had around 20 fights now. But he's been in there with guys like, Javier Fortuna, who I think is a good fighter. He fought Richard Kame, who I think is a good fighter. That Russian dude that I thought he lost to, he was a good fighter. He's trying to get the fight with Mikey Garcia, so I think that he is fighting good level opposition for his level. After seeing this, I definitely would like to see him against Mikey Garcia, because, that to me is a very interesting fight. Mikey Garcia, in my opinion, is a better fighter, and he's more accurate. And he's definitely lets his hands go way more than someone like Javier Fortuna. And Mikey Garcia, I think he'll be standing in front of him. I don't think he'll just be moving like Javier Fortuna was. I think he'll actually stand in front of him, just like he did against Adrian Broner, and actually exchange with him and counter him. People are claiming that Mikey Garcia I've seen some people say he's afraid of Robert Easter Jr.? I don't think so. I think this fight would actually motivate Mikey Garcia even more to fight Robert Easter Jr. Robert Easter Jr. is a tall fighter, right? Because I've seen some people say, well, Mikey Garcia's never fought anybody like Robert Easter Jr. Robert Easter Jr. is 5'11", and he has a 76-inch reach. True. But Robert Easter Jr. doesn't fight like a tall fighter. He doesn't take advantage of his physical abilities. He doesn't take advantage of his reach or his height. If you look at this fight against Javier Fortuna, he didn't fight tall. He didn't keep it long and rangy with his jab. He was fighting toe-to-toe with the dude, and he was getting caught with counters. He did the same thing with Richard Kame. He was bigger and taller than Richard Kame, but he fought him toe-to-toe. He did the same thing with that Russian dude. So even if he has a longer jab than Mikey Garcia, even if he's taller, he's not going to take advantage of that, because he's going to try to fight Mikey Garcia toe-to-toe, and you're going to see him get countered. I guarantee you. So I don't think, people keep saying, oh, he's never fought, Mikey Garcia's never fought anyone like that with the height. Still, like I said, he doesn't use it to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, that's really all I have to say for this fight. About to see the main event. Hopefully it lives up to his expectation. I think it's going to be a better fight than people expect. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and I'm out.